Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you something new. So I am putting something out in addition to the longer general monthly readings that I do at the beginning of the month and mid-month. I am putting out, at least for this month, we'll see how it goes based on feedback. Um, I'm going to be putting out a short what I call a love snapshot. It's going to be much shorter than the generals, 3 cards only. And I'm not going to go into as much detail into each of the cards. This is oriented towards love. This is specifically oriented towards people who are in either a committed relationship or who are dating, looking for a relationship, or open and wanting a new love and relationship. So for those of you who follow my YouTube channel and or just stumble across and aren't interested in anything to do with love and relationships, you can just stick with my twice a month general readings. But this one is for Love Snapshot. It's just a little glimpse into what the month may hold in the path of love and romance for those in relationships and those wanting relationships. So, and they're general readings as well. So the same advice applies. They may or may not resonate with you to the same degree. I mean, there's lots of you watching. It's not going to mean the same thing to different people. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign love snapshots as well for additional clarification or more precise resonation for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal, just for you, a one-on-one reading with me, and you've never read with me before, you can click on that about or description button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information. And my email address, which is Maggie, the number 1, McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and set up a reading anywhere from within a few days, upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time, we can set up a reading for you. So if you're interested, email me and we will go from there. So this reading is for Taurus, the earth sign of Taurus, Taurus the bull, for May 2017. Love Snapshot, 3 cards for Taurus, Taurus the bull for May 2017. What does the path of love and romance have in store for our bulls, for our Taurians, for May 2017, those in committed relationships and those looking? Taurus, May 2017, Love Snapshot, 3 cards. Okay, Taurus. Your first card is the Nine of Wands. Your second card is the Knight of Cups. And your third card is the Ace of Cups. Oh, it starts off with a little bit of a stumble and ends lovely. So your first card, Taurus, is the Nine of Wands. Fire energy here. That's the energy which governs Wands. So it's a fiery suit. It's action-oriented. The energy of Wands is all about building, creating, manifesting. The Nine of Wands represents kind of don't give up at the 11th hour. Tens represent completion. So 9 represents you're almost at the end of a journey. You're almost at that breaking point. This cluster of wands behind this man represents maybe a delay, an obstacle, a challenge, something he's run into which he wasn't expecting to, when things he felt were going well, or when he was just about ready to, be close to the end of his journey. And he's taken a step back to kind of take another look at it, re-strategize, figure out, did I do something wrong? Did somebody else do something wrong? How do I get through this? Not a full-blown retreat. It's just taking a step back, taking another look at it, re-strategizing, figuring it out, and then blowing right through it so that you can complete your journey. So for those of you in a committed relationship, this can represent maybe something has come up within the relationship, a problem or an obstacle of some kind, but it's fixable. It's definitely workable. This is being close to reaching maybe a milestone in your relationship. Perhaps you're in a relationship and maybe we're thinking of taking it to another level, a deeper level, or perhaps you had plans for something together as a couple and there's been some kind of delay or obstacle or blockage to it somehow. But this is about continuing on. This is about maybe taking a step or two back to kind of take another look at the situation, re-strategize, think about it. Don't just react, spontaneously, impulsive, figure it out, because this is definitely something you can get through and you're almost at the point that you want to be at. For those of you not in a committed relationship but are dating or are open and wanting love and relationship, you got to put yourself out there somehow. This could represent maybe you run into something unexpected. Maybe you had an unexpected maybe rejection, or somebody stood you up, or it could be just as simple as you had a date scheduled with someone or something scheduled and there was a change of plans at the last minute. I feel like you had something planned and something kind of happened last minute. It's workable though. There's a way around it or a way through it or a way to just kind of blow by it and have it not matter. It feels just like a glitch, a bump in the road, and nothing more. So next to that, we have the Knight of Cups, water energy here, which is the element that governs cups. The energy of this suit is watery. It's actually about emotions, feelings, relationships, and love, our emotional landscape, and how we relate to people. Knights are the bringers, the deliverers of the tarot. So typically when you see them, they represent an offer, an opportunity, something being brought to you, or you extending that to somebody else. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves. So the Knight of Cups represents an offering, which is emotional in nature, an offer or an opportunity for love. This could be somebody expressing themselves to you, asking you out on a date. This could be somebody sharing their feelings with you, or vice versa as well. This could represent, as a court card, it could represent another person in this, the other person if you're in a committed relationship, or for those of you who may be dating somebody or maybe meeting somebody this month, it could represent a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But it's like messages, offers, opportunities that are emotional in nature and love-based or romantically based. And for those of you in a committed relationship, especially looking at the Nine of Wands, it feels like something for single and for committed, it feels like something came up that you weren't expecting. This could be, for those of you in a committed relationship, this Knight of Cups, especially following the Nine of Wands, could represent maybe you had something planned and there was a last minute delay, obstacle, or challenge, and you guys are talking it through. But I feel like it's actually based in communication. It could be that you were set to maybe share something with your partner that was important, intimate with you, or maybe that you were going to have a conversation about the relationship itself, maybe about because I'm feeling like some of you are wanting to take it to the next stage, whether that's marriage, engagement, moving in together, making a commitment together. I feel like for some of you, there may have been problems in the relationship that were about stagnancy or kind of maybe being stuck, and kind of having an idea about what to do about that, or a plan about what to do about that. And there's been some kind of like stumbling block or delay or obstacle or something that needs to be worked through. Some of you, it may be being unable at the last minute to share your feelings, your true feelings about something, or having to take a step back and wonder if you should really tell your partner this, or vice versa. Maybe your partner's kind of emotionally closed down or not communicating with you. Again, it's going to vary because there's so many of you watching. And for those of you who are, but it ends well, so don't get too stressed out. For those of you who are single, looking, or casually dating, this could be, again, so far with the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Cups, it could be a delay in a date, a rescheduling, a missed, maybe you got stood up. If you did, shame on the other person. That's a terrible thing to stand people up. It could be that you felt somebody was going to express themselves to you, maybe share a little bit more with you about themselves or how they felt about you, or you were planning on doing that with them and you got scared at the last minute, or you shut down at the last minute, or they shut down at the last minute. Again, it's going to vary because there's so many of you watching. It's a general reading. But again, it doesn't feel like a big deal, single or attached, because your third and final card is the Ace of Cups, which I love. More emotional energy here. Aces represent the one, potential, the start of something, a new beginning, something which has a lot of potential, but its success and failure depends in large part how it's taken care of. Aces are seeds, so that contain a lot of potential, but if you don't plant them and take care of them, they can just fizzle out and not go anywhere. So this is new love and romance for some of you, particularly those of you who are single, looking, dating, wanting one. This is emotional. This could be new emotional awakenings or revival of passion, a kind of a wake up in your, for those of you who are in committed relationships, it could be a renewal of some kind. Whatever whatever this blockage, obstacle, or challenge is, you get through it. There's an awakening, a resurgence, a rekindling of a spark between the two of you, a healing of a rift, a finally sitting down and communicating between the two of you about what needs to be communicated about, so that you can come to a new and fresh understanding and perspective of each other. In love and romance, this could be perhaps just scheduling getting worked out so you can finally get together again. Maybe a misunderstanding, which once you actually communicated, everything was, everything got balanced out and was fine. This could be you either just met somebody or are meeting somebody or will within the month of May 2017 for those who are single. There is definitely new love and romance waiting for you on the horizon sometime within the month of May 2017. And it could be, I'm just getting that some of you some of you gain the courage, or the person you're interested in gains the courage, for those of you who are single, to express yourself to them, and you find out that it is in fact reciprocated and something new begins to blossom. So beautiful, beautiful reading. The energy in the beginning, again, it feels just like a glitch, a bump in the road. Don't get too caught up in it, and make sure to communicate. Don't be afraid to communicate, and be careful that if you feel like your partner or somebody you're dating or somebody you feel is interested, try to create or foster as much of an atmosphere of them being able to be safe enough to do that, and speak your truth and speak your heart this month, Taurus. So Taurus, that wraps up your May 2017 love snapshot. I hope you've enjoyed it. Or I hope that you found it useful, because that's why we do these. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading you haven't read with me before, click on that little about or description button on my channel's homepage for more information and my email address. And as always, feel free to email me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a few weeks for the mid-month generals. And until then, Taurus, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life, particularly in love and romance. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.